Stop. If you or someone you know has ever been exposed to masturbation and or pornography, you may be entitled to financial compensation, as these things are deeply damaging to your brain, body, and soul. Hi, today we're going to be looking at some TikToks, my favorite source for misinformation. And there's no better misinformation than old school conservative misinformation. Misinformation about your own body. That's right. We're looking at NoFap TikTok. NoFap is a male-driven movement about abstaining from pornography and masturbation. There are people who identify with the movement who advocate for better rights for sex workers and better standards in the porn industry, but they're the vast minority, and I've seen like no TikToks from people like that. No, today we're going to be looking at people who take inceldom so far that they refuse to even touch their own body. Gotta be some kind of self-report there, but I'm not a detective, so... Now, I'm a very sex-positive person, and sex research is something that I'm very passionate about. In fact, this video is something that I've been trying to work on for a long time, but I've been trying not to make it so lecture-y. I'd rather it be a little more fun, a little more lighthearted, because we're talking about TikToks, and I think a lot of these guys self-report hard enough. I don't need to debunk them with every single piece of facts and logic in my facts and logic cupboard. The most important thing to remember when watching this video is that everything that you hear in these TikToks is pretty much wrong. So let's get started.
Stop watching porn. You're having sex with your hand. It's killing your soul. It's killing your mind. It's killing your fucking body. The reason you have no energy, the reason you're not confident, fucking beating your meat, fucking watching porn. What are you doing? How can you be okay with yourself? Are you happy? Are you at peace? Because someone that's happy, someone that's at peace, won't be doing this shit. They won't be beating to a fucking screen. You're watching two other random ass people have fucking sex on the internet. If you want to be a winner in life, you gotta do things that winners are doing. And I'll tell you they're not beating to a fucking screen. I'll tell you that for sure.
I like to imagine this is some sort of Interstellar style message to his past self, because oh my god, he is so upset. Stop watching porn. Please, you're ruining your life. Is someone who's happy with themselves doing this? Yes. In fact, I'm probably way more happy than someone who literally thinks doing something that they enjoy is poisonous for you. It must be a pretty miserable way to live. I love the breakdown that these guys do. You're literally watching people have sex on a screen. Like, yeah. Do you not know what porn is? Like, who goes into porn and is like, wait, what? I didn't expect this. Oh, fuck, dude, no. Like, no, we all know what it is. Saying it out loud or hearing it out loud doesn't change anything. Unless you're being really dishonest with yourself or you feel really ashamed about watching porn, period, which a lot of men do. But trust me, if you're honest with yourself about how you approach porn and sex in general, you're probably not gonna be as ashamed about engaging in those things. It's not a bad thing, it's normal.
Alright, time to teach you guys a lesson that your parents or school will never teach you.
So this dude's really prominent on the NoFap hashtag, and I don't know how old he is, but he looks younger than me, and I feel pretty bad for him. Because he literally sounds like a kid in youth group. He sounds so like brainwashed and scared. Every single thing he says in this TikTok is insane and wrong.
Alright, time to teach you guys a lesson that your parents or school will never teach you.
I'm gonna teach you a lesson that your parents and school will never teach you. Yeah, because no one's parents, and certainly no one's school, ever teaches you that porn is bad, or that masturbation is bad.
I'm talking about pornography. Face planted on a trampoline, by the way. Pornography is literally Gen Z's new drug.
Pornography is Gen Z's new drug. Pornography is not new, it's been around since fucking cave paintings, and it's not exclusive to Gen Z. What the fuck are you talking about?
But 10 times worse in every way. You get more pleasure from it, it's more accessible, hell, it's free. I don't even know how much money you spend on cigarettes, but you have to still spend money. Oh, and how do you access it? Just type in a 7-letter website. Not to mention how so much harder it is to quit, because this is a real addiction.
Because porn is a real addiction. Crack, you can stop that anytime, but porn, nah.
That most people don't even know that they have. And it's literally draining you of your energy, your confidence, your mental health, your motivation.
This is as good a time as any to talk about porn addiction, because what a lot of NoFap dudes like to imply is that if you watch porn one fucking time, you're addicted. Like, it's literally a real drug. That is not true. Porn addiction is actually one of the most over-reported addictions, despite the majority of people who report that they have it not actually exhibiting any symptoms of real porn addiction, to the point where there are prominent psychologists and sex researchers who argue that porn addiction isn't even a real thing. So comparing porn addiction to something like actual hard drugs is fucking insane. If you heavily drink every single day for 20 years and then one day you just stop out of nowhere, you will die. And the same goes for most drugs. You can stop porn anytime you want. Just because it's difficult doesn't mean you're addicted to it. What people refer to as porn addiction is usually the result of some sort of sexual repression or trauma or another external factor that causes hypersexuality. Hell, even fucking high sex drive from a naturally high amount of testosterone in men or women can cause this. It's just like fucking junk food. Like, yeah, there are some people that actually have a problem with overeating and eating a lot of junk food. But for the majority of people, no. It's just nice to have sometimes. Jesus Christ.
This is your brain on porn. Porn rewires your brain. It damages your brain. Specifically the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain that makes you you. It's involved in personality, planning, social behaviors. And every time you watch porn, it's like you're dysmorphing a perfect sphere. Especially for you young guys, I know it's hard, but you have to stop. Society sexualizes everything, making y'all literally addicts at 12 to 15 years old. If you need help stopping, hit me in my DMs. I'm your favorite uncle. I'm better than your other uncles, so like and follow for more.
Yeah, I bet most nofap guys have a brain that's a perfect sphere. A very smooth, shiny little perfect sphere. So he says this is what your brain looks like on porn. It literally rots your brain tissue away. How much porn? How long? How old is this person? What kind of porn? Digital porn? Magazines? Were they watching people have sex in person? This is what's known as an SPECT scan, which stands for Single Photon Emission Computed Tomography. It's usually used in a medical sense to diagnose things like seizures, tumors, strokes, things like that. And according to a study published in the National Library of Science and Medicine, that was published in 2013, but nevertheless, at present, we have no evidence that would allow us to estimate the value added to psychiatric diagnosis by SPECT imaging. Oftentimes, the brain scans are distributed on the internet and are really mislabeled. For example, you can find ones that say skinny person versus obese person, or grateful versus hateful. I don't think these are real, but they're really hard to track down the sources of. But luckily for us, this TikTok has a little source on the bottom from conquerseries.com. So let's see exactly what kind of psychiatric or medical office that conducted this brain scan and, obviously labeled them and wrote probably a really long study on the effects of porn and drugs on the human brain. Let's see what they're all about. I bet they're totally normal. conquerseries.com. How to quit porn forever. Trying harder doesn't work. The Conquer series, unrivaled in its scope and authority, lays out the processes to permanently stop watching porn with proven strategies and tools that have helped over 2 million men in 100+ nations find lasting freedom. Oh, gotcha. It's only $50 a month. That's actually a very common thing I've noticed, is that a lot of people who claim porn addiction is the thing that's going to ruin your life are trying to sell you the cure to a disease that you didn't really know you had. And probably, in all likelihood, don't. Just good old-fashioned grifting, you know what I mean? Can't knock 'em? Yes, I can. Fuck these guys.
We got grown men out here commenting heart eyes under a woman's picture. You guys need to read the Bible. Do not give your strength to the woman for those who ruin kings. Your strength is your seed, but it's also your emotional energy and attention. You cannot be a king if you are constantly idolizing women and giving them your strength.
No more women. The Bible said no, don't give your strength to women. Strength is cum and strength is emotion and attention. So we're really getting down to the core of why so many people are nofap. They're incels. They're just incels. They hate women, they hate knowing that other people are having sex, and want that to stop. They're ashamed of themselves and ashamed that they have to masturbate because they can't get laid, and they want everyone else to feel the same way. So, very normal guys.
Semen retention, part 3. Now, a lot of you guys were commenting on my first 2 parts that semen retention was bullshit. But it's obvious that you haven't tried it, because if you tried it, then you would know. Don't talk on the subject if you haven't tried 30 to 90 days. If you haven't tried 30 to 90 days, then you literally have no right to speak on this subject. The human being is not supposed to be meant to be busting all these nuts. We're just not. It's the main reason why there's so many beta males. You're not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be having a lot of testosterone as a male.
So a subsect of nofap TikTok is semen retention TikTok. Guys that believe with all their hearts that you can retain semen, meaning just not masturbate. Somehow you'll be like a more powerful, enlightened being. There's actually a great study debunking this. So no, masturbating does not fucking lower your energy. Also, what a lot of these guys will say is that it makes you, have more testosterone so you can get bigger muscles. If you you don't masturbate, you're going to have nocturnal emissions and you're going to lose that testosterone anyway. Also, when your testosterone levels go up, so do your estrogen levels, because your body needs to maintain the same ratio. So you're not getting anything out of it. If anything, you're less fertile during nofap, because after 2 weeks, your semen motility, how quick and how agile your sperm cells move, goes down.
If you're a guy who's been struggling to quit porn, then this video is for you. My name is Min-Jae Cho, and for the past 12 years, I was addicted to porn. And I realized this was the problem when I finally noticed how awkward and intimidated it made me around women, and how it was killing my confidence, energy, and motivation every single day, to the point where I was depressed and had anxiety. So for the past 3 years, through major trial and error, I have finally found the exact formula on how to quit porn forever in today's digital age with OnlyFans, Instagram thoughts, thirst traps, Pornhub. So like and follow, because I'm gonna be teaching you how.
Okay, so this dude is clearly just a fucking salesman. He's giving you a sales pitch right now. If you don't recognize that, I'm sorry, you're kind of stupid. And it's kind of suspicious that he's saying the same fucking things as all of these other guys who are a little more subtle about how they sell you their weird incel ideology. It made me so tired. I was awkward around women. Now I just hate women and I feel way better. I should definitely mention that the porn industry is fucked up. There's a lot of really exploitative practices that happen, a lot of abuse that happens. I think porn, more often than causing fucking brain damage or depression, will actually cause fetishization of trans people, of people of color. It perpetuates unfair and shitty standards of beauty. It leads to more misogyny than not, don't get me wrong. But these things are systemic issues with the porn industry and American culture at large. They have nothing to do with porn. Porn can exist without those things, and I think advocating for more rights for sex workers and more normalization of sex work is the pathway to doing that. Porn can be a really useful tool for people, and masturbation is certainly not a bad thing, under pretty much any circumstances. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. 30%, by the way, of Pornhub's users are women. Why don't we see these same arguments being made for women's confidence and sex drive and self-esteem? Oh, sorry, yeah, it's incel shit. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you had a good time, please go ahead and click the like button, click subscribe for more videos like this every week. And thank you all so much for 10,000 subscribers. That's fucking insane. I'm really happy that you're all here and that I can share my weird fucking shit I find on the internet with you. Today's comment of the video is from Brianna Lynn 7, who says, "Ugh, I believe this guy was hot for a minute when I was younger," referring to Chris Angel. Sorry to out you like that, Brianna, but thank you for leaving a comment. If you want to be featured in the next video, please just go ahead and leave a comment about whatever the fuck you want. Okay? Press subscribe. Fuck you. Bye.